everyone. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Before we get started with discussing the contents of the video, I wanted to introduce my nonprofit, the Accelerated Training Program. Our vision is twofold. First, we want to expose all marginalized groups to cybersecurity education, as well as removing the systemic exclusion of cybersecurity education to marginalized groups. Our website is www.t-atp.org. And if you would like to partner or want to learn more, please visit our contact page where you can fill out your name, your email, and a message, and we will get back to you. And again, thank you so much for viewing the contents of this video. Please check out the nonprofit when you have a moment, and let's get to the video. I'm a little behind because we're on day 3 and I'm starting on day 1. I had some things that I needed to complete um, personally, so I'm a little late, so bear with me, but I'll catch up. So, the first couple of tasks are just the introductions of what is the Advent of Cyber and the prizes you can win, short tutorials, try Hack Me socials, subscribing and getting Christmas swag, and then the actual story of Nightmare Before Elfmas, which is going to be used for this year's Advent of Cyber. So I'm not going to read all of this here because you, as the watcher of this video, I'm sure that you have read this and you don't want me to read it to you. So let's get started with day 1, which is someone's coming to town and it's with frameworks. So I'm not going to read the entire story here, but it looks like we're dealing with security frameworks such as NIST cybersecurity frameworks, where there are 5 functions: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. There's also the ISO 27000 series, which is used for cybersecurity and creating, implementing, and managing information security management system. Next, we have MITRE ATT&CK framework, which has tactics, techniques, and procedures. Cyber kill chain, recon, weaponization, delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, and actions on objectives. Unified kill chain, where we have a few cycle 1 of in, cycle 2 of 3, and cycle 3 of out. And so it looks like for this challenge, we are saving the best festival company and we need to put the puzzle pieces together. So let's go to view site, and it's going to open another site on the right hand side. And hello, Santa. For years, you have delivered happiness and joy to millions around the world during the festivities. However, you have remained untested, and the time has finally arrived to turn the best festival company into grumpy and miserable. Now, why would you want to do that? I have taken over your website and warehouse, and it is time to turn Christmas into chaos. So want do you want to play a game to know who is behind all the misery? Okay, worst grumpy company. So let's get started. Okay, so the first, we have some clues. Research is part of my ask. Finding clues in public sources. So with this, reconnaissance. So you use reconnaissance, that's your research phase. So before you do anything, you need to know what you're going to attack. And the more you do a reconnaissance, the more you will have when you actually start to exploit and attack your machines or your target. The less reconnaissance that you do is going to be very hard, and you're going to find yourself going back to try to find more things. So reconnaissance is very important. Simple documents I turn into malware. So let's see here. I am going to say no, not. Okay, I might come back to number two. A pizza parcel or payload all have me as an action in common. Wait, let me go. I'm going to try number two. Simple documents I turn into malware. I'm going to say okay, so that's the weaponizing. A pizza parcel or payload all have me as an action in common. So I'm going to say delivery. A con is the name of my game, tricking you into believing a false identity. So this is social engineering. So that's where you trick people into um, believing that you're someone else. Weaknesses are my go to resources. Through them, I make my presence felt. So I'm thinking that might be persist. Okay, that's not persistence. Exploit exploitation. Okay, so weaknesses are my go-to. So when you're exploiting a weakness. I am set up to let you back into the network after you leave. So that is persistence. So when you do after you exploit, you don't want to just keep going back into the system over and over again because then you want to be stealthy. You want to be stealthy, and you don't want people to find out that you're actually attacking their system. So what you would do is you will create a persistent connection, so that way you won't have to repeat everything over again. It's almost like if you play games and you have a save point. So it's like when you leave the target and you come back, you'll come back to your save point or you come back to your persistent connection. Seven, deletion of evidence is part of my process. So that's defense evasion. And then communication with the compromise goes through me. So that's command and control. Okay, so now we're on our second puzzle. I am an anchor that lets you go on an adventure and explore. So that is no, that's not discovery. Pivoting. Sorry. So uh, the adventure and explore. So you that's pivoting. So you actually need to pivot to explore. With me, you can locate new information to expand the network. So I'm going to say that is discovery. Once upon I become a king, I'm going to say that is privilege escalation. So that is you're escalating your privileges. In this case, if you're you're a pawn, so you're a lower level, and then with privilege escalation, you become a king. In computer terms, you start off as a standard user, do privilege escalation, you become admin or root. My payloads are triggered to infect all they come in contact with. So I'm going to say no. Okay, so it wasn't. So execution. Passwords I collect are the keys to the mainframe. So that's credential access. And then side to side, machine to machine, we hop. So that's lateral movement. And then finally, we're on our last puzzle. In your vault, I am in. So I want to say access. Like a dragon, I gather all valuable loot. Collection, I export gathered treasures. Exfiltration, with me, your reputation goes tumbling. Impact, and then finally goals set, goals attained, I win. So that's objective. So we see The bandit Yeti is behind the attack. Uh-oh. And the flag, it's a Yeti Christmas. And then if we want to learn more, Try Hack Me has rooms United Kill, not United, excuse me, Unified Kill Chain, Cyber Kill Chain, MITRE, and the Cyber Defense Frameworks module. So that was day one, where we used the pieces. We had to solve puzzles based on these different frameworks. I didn't read these frameworks because, again, this video would have been a lot longer. And when I was doing the puzzles, I pretty much guessed from things that I know and frameworks that I have worked with. So I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.